with Michael Mates Leatherworking, and today I want to do a quick video for you guys on how to make a leather strop and how to use said strop to keep your skiving knives nice and polished, so you can get those nice buttery cuts when you're doing your skiving. Okay, so first things first, all a strop is just a piece of wood. As you can see, this is just a scrap piece of 2x4 I had lying around, and then I've taken a piece of, I believe this is about 7 to 8 ounce vegetable tan leather. Now the only thing you do want to watch out for is that your veg tan leather, when you glue this down, you want to make sure that your grain side is up. So you want to glue the flesh to the wood. If you do it the other way, you can end up actually damaging the fine edges on some of your blades. So make sure the smooth side is up when you make your strop. Now, if you can't be bothered to make your own, of course you can buy these. They're not very expensive, but if you've been doing leatherworking for any amount of time at all, you're going to have some scrap veg tan laying around, and most of us can find a scrap piece of wood somewhere, glue it on there, let it sit overnight. It's going to be ready for you to use the next day. Now, the only other thing that you'll notice is that you'll see some green marks on my strop here. Now, what that is that's called jeweler's rouge. Now, this comes in different colors. As you can see, I have some white rouge here. This is green jeweler's rouge here. Really, all it is just a polishing compound. Now, I guess they come in like different grits, but I've used white, green, I've used blue, yellow. Honestly, I haven't been able to tell a difference really in how any of them perform. So whatever you can find, it's going to be perfectly fine for you to use. Now, of course, yours won't look like this after you make it. So what you'll want to do is just take your rouge, put it on, like I said, the smooth side of your leather, and then we want to load it with rouge. So you don't want to push down hard. We just want to get whatever color rouge that you're using. You should see a hint of that color over the top of your leather. Okay, so we'll just go over it real quick. Okay, now we're ready to go. Now, this is the same knife that you guys saw me use in Leather Skiving Demystified. I got this from Amazon. It's not an expensive knife, but you can get professional results with this with a little bit of practice. Okay, if you having issues with hand skiving leather, I would suggest go and look at that Leather Skiving Demystified. It's got a lot of views, a lot of great comments. So please do check that out if you have any questions on how to skive leather. Now, what we're doing with the strop is we're not sharpening. Okay, what we're doing is we're polishing the blade. The more highly polished your blade is, the easier it'll pass through your leather when you're skiving it. Okay, so we have a flat back here on this one. Then we have a single bevel. Some have a double bevel with a flat back. Some have a double bevel, but as you can see here, flat, single bevel. So what you want to do is, I like to put 2 fingers on my blade, get a nice comfortable grip on the handle. And what we want to do is we just want to, let me see, get this turned to where you can see. We want to match the angle. If you have it too shallow, you're not going to be hitting and polishing the edge. If you have it at too steep of an angle, you'll actually end up putting a double bevel on your edge, which we don't want. Okay, so just get it on there where it sits nice and flush. You can feel it when you rock it back and forth, and then just lightly pull. Now, when you get to the back, to the end of your backstroke here, actually stop completely before you lift your knife up. Otherwise, what you'll do is you'll come back, and then as you go to lift it, you're going to curve it up as you pull it up. That's going to end up rounding this, right? And as you can see, that's not round, that's just flat. You know what I mean? We want to keep it that way. So you don't need to do a lot really. Normally, now if this is the first time you're stropping your blade, yeah, maybe do it 20, 30 times. But for me, I strop this every time I use it. So normally I'll only do it about 10 times or so. All right, so that'll be good on this edge. Now for the back, it's flat. So what I like to do is I just sit it on here and then just pull it straight back to me. Just keep it flat. Now I've seen people, take it and run it this way. Because with these, they have short blades on them, you know what I mean? So it's hard to get that same stroke going, like you do, coming down this way. But normally I just do this. Just keep it flat against the leather. And like I said, all we're looking to do is just polish up that back. Okay, now once we've done that, get yourself a paper towel or a rag of whatever you've got sitting around. Yeah, I like to make sure I get any excess rouge off my blade. Because as you see, if you leave that on your blade and you go to scob your project with it, it can transfer that color over to your project. So we do want to watch that. Just to give you an example how well this does work, I'll take my wing divider. I'll take my wing dividers, and we'll just put us a little reference line on here, just like we would if we were doing a regular project. And then, just like I showed you in my other video, what I like to do is I like to press down. Because all I'm doing is I'm just making a nice little scoring line here. And once I have that scoring line, now it's a little bit harder to do on camera because this isn't the angle I would be doing it at. But you lay this on here, and then I use a sweeping motion. And I'm not really pressing that hard. You want to let the blade do what the blade does. So I use that nice sweeping motion. That last little bit likes to get caught on you. But as you can see, we have a nice skive. We don't have any tear out on the back. It's still nice and flush. So, you can take a cheap knife, you can strop it to be wicked sharp. I mean, wicked sharp. And that's all it takes, it's just a little bit of patience, a little bit of jeweler's rouge, and strop, and you're ready to rock and roll. Now, another type of blade that really benefits from this is an English bookbinder's blade. You can see this has got a double bevel on it, right? No different. We're still loaded up good. So all we do is we just want to match that same angle. Once we get it, let's just do some quick strops. And keep in mind, there's nothing more dangerous in your workshop than a dull blade. Just like in your kitchen, you're more apt to get hurt using a dull skiving knife than one that's wicked sharp. So, do keep that in mind. So I like to do about 10 on each side. Again, I'll just clean the any excess rouge off my blade. And just to show you just how sharp this is, I'll just hold it. You know, very sharp blade. Give myself a clean edge here. And you know, with this doesn't work the same as the other one. To where with the other one, I kind of do like the sweeping motion. With this kind of blade here, you can still get some really nice skives, right? But this is more of a push skiving blade. So see, we'll push here, I come down. You know, you see what I mean? That's a very, very clean lap skive. You know, I mean, that's a nice downward angle. You know, so very sharp blades. You know, the sharper you keep your knives, the quicker this process goes. You can do short ends like this. You can do nice long runs, get very professional results in a very short time. You know, and not only your skiving knives, but, you know, a lot of us use, you know, just a very inexpensive box cutter to cut out our patterns, right? You know, even with a brand new blade, you know, it's going to benefit from just getting a few quick strops. I mean, this was just put on here out of the box a few minutes ago. You know, never been used, but you know, same thing. I'll just you know, match that angle. Do a few strops back on each side. Sorry about that. Wipe off any excess jeweler's rouge. And then, like I said, this isn't super thin leather. It's not super thick either, but just to show you, you know, I mean, it cuts through that like butter. You know, and that's all. You know, and the cleaner you can cut out your patterns, when you can get nice 90-degree cuts like that, cutting your projects out, that's really going to save you a lot of time on the cleanup after the fact. You know, you're going to have a lot less sanding. You're going to have a lot less, you know, issues, you know, pairing your edges up. You know, just all in all, makes everything better. So I hope this video, you know, helped answer some questions on the whys and the how-tos on how to strop your leather tools, specifically your skiving knives. Now, if you guys have any questions or if anything I went over today wasn't clear, please leave a comment below. I do try to answer as many comments as I can, as quickly as I can. But of course, you know, real life gets in the way sometimes. I can't get to them all as quickly as I'd like, but I do try to get to them all eventually. So if you guys have any comments, please leave them. If you have any ideas for future videos, love to hear it. But as always, guys, I do thank you for your views, your comments, and your support. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and be on the lookout for more videos to come. Thanks, you guys.